Hey friends, Cassie from Grace and Goals here. I am so excited to share the 2025 Powersheets collection with you. Now, I've always been honest in all of my reviews, and that's never going to change, but I have to say that nothing has lived up to the 2022 Powersheets collection launch, and that year was just one of my absolute favorite. I, although have loved seeing the 2023 and 2024 collections, and I loved using the products, they weren't necessarily my favorite collections. Ultimately, the color schemes just really weren't for me. And I felt like although they did bring back a lot of Cultivate colors, it still just didn't scream Cultivate to me. And let me tell you, the 2025 collection does. For the 2025 Powersheets collection, Cultivate went out of their way to not only bring back some of the tried and true favorites among the community, but they also brought all the bright colors and good things while keeping everybody who loves neutrals happy. And I think that is quite a feat. So thank you, Team Cultivate. I will have to say that although this isn't going to top 2022 for me, this collection is going to make it into my top 3 all time. And as you can see over there where I have all my Powersheets from all the years I've been using Cultivate, it's been quite a lot. So I want to dig into the entire collection with you, show you everything, and allow you to feel really educated and just sure of what you want to purchase on launch day. Something that's really great about Cultivate is that over the past 3 years specifically, they have worked really hard to create planners and goal planners as well to fit everyone's needs. There are tons of different notepads and season by season planners. You have your Powersheets, you have the Fresh Start, like there are so many good things. And it allows for you to be able to customize your goal setting. And I think that's really wonderful. I do know that that can also lead to a lot of overwhelm and decision fatigue. So if you want to look at, this whole collection closer to determining what planners and maybe notepads or season by season or Powersheets is going to be best for you for 2025, I'd love to have you reach out and just do a free consult where you and I can sit down, and I have literally every Cultivate item that is in stock on the shop. So I will be able to help you personalize your goal setting journey to make sure that you have the best combination of products and make sure that none of the products that you're buying are redundant, because you want to be smart about how you save your money and how you spend it. So I'll leave the link below. Now, one more thing before we jump headfirst into all of the glorious things from the 2025 launch. So last year, as many of you know, I ended up in December developing sepsis, and that really took me back. I have still been recovering all to here in September. I'm still actively recovering from that and a surgery that I had earlier this year. So I was really thinking about this year's launch gift, and I was really upset that my computer had crashed and I had lost all my footage of the masterclass you were supposed to get, and we were not able to recover it, and I was not well enough to film it. To be super honest with you, this is my first video back literally since then, which is just crazy to me. And so we are starting fresh, and that means that we're gonna celebrate. And that means that we are for sure gonna have a very special launch gift. So if you follow me on Instagram, Grace and Goals has a new channel called Inside Grace and Goals. It's where I will be sharing updates, getting your thoughts as a community from just you know, a Powersheets Grace and Goals perspective. So if you're looking to dive further into that, and that's the content you're looking to see from me, you're going to want to join that broadcast channel, and it's free. You can find it right in my bio on Instagram at official Cassie M. Nolan. And in there, I let you vote on what you wanted the launch gift to be this year. So I am delighted to tell you that based off of your collective vote, I am going to be sending you an ebook on time blocking and how to most effectively use your time with your Powersheets. Whether you're going to use the yearly Powersheets with a season by season, or you're going to go with a fresh start, either or, you'll be covered. And just to say thank you to this whole community for everything that you have done to stand behind me in this season and be patient with how long this healing recovery has taken, I want to do something extra special. So I know that Goal School Premium, you guys get early access shopping on the 10th, and then Tuesday the 10th, so literally tomorrow. And for those who are a part of Grace and Goals, but don't use Goal School Premium, I'm doubling the same things for launch day so that everybody gets a fair chance to participate. So the first person to place their order with Cultivate using my code, Grace and Goals, and it will get you 10% off, exactly the same as you would if you weren't using an affiliate code and you were using the Goal School. But if you use my code specifically, because you guys, when you are shopping through Cultivate and you use my link, it allows me to provide all these free services, and I want to continue to be able to do that. So if you are shopping, all you have to do is send me a copy of the way end of your order showing that you used Grace and Goals for 10% off, and you're going to just let me know the time that you placed your order. The first order placed for Early Access Goal School Premium and launch day itself, the first person to place an order on both of those days is going to get a free Powersheet prep work coaching session. So that is a 3-part session where you and I walk through your Powersheets and we go through the prep work together, and you get all of the perks and training and wildcards, all the things. If you are the second or third person on either of those days, you will get one of two things: either an intentional days planning session, or you will be able to get free enrollment for a quarter of Grace and Goals Accountability Collective. I'm really excited about just these extra giveaways, and as I said, everybody collectively, no matter when you order, no matter what place you're in, whether you shop on Goal School Premium with early access, or you are shopping on launch day itself, everybody is going to get the time blocking ebook, and I'm really excited to offer that to you. So thank you so much for purchasing through my link, for allowing me to do the things that I do here for Grace and Goals, because let me tell you, I have so much in store for 2025 and for the end of 2024. Let's just say you're going to want to hang out. So with that said, I think it's time. I think it's time that we look at the Powersheets. So let's get started. Now, fun fact for you, back in 2023, I had sent a picture of a piece of washi tape that I had back from the 2021 goal setting sticker book. And it was this petal pink background, and in gold was all the confetti. And I had sent to Team Cultivate and I said, hey, I think this would make a really, really great cover. And then when I didn't see it come out in 2024, I just assumed that the idea had been nixed and let it go. Well, when I'd ever gotten the email and I saw this photo, end of July, August, it was somewhere in there, I literally started crying. I was so excited. I could not believe that they had refined it in this way, and to be honest, the white background with the petal and just the gold accents, I love it way better than the original washi tape itself. But I will say, in person, this does not look as faint. I was really, really worried from the photos online that I saw that it was going to be too faint and it was just going to be like barely noticeable. But I'm happy to say that is not the case with this. And it's just stunning. Stunning, okay? And because of that, I was going back and forth. I normally like to use the Fresh Start Powersheets for Gracicles. I like to have a separate set of Powersheets for my personal stuff and work. For 2024, what I did is instead, I tried a new way of doing things where I used my 2024 Powersheets and a 2024 weekly season by season. And although I liked some of it, it just didn't work best for me. So this year I am trying something totally new, and instead of using the Fresh Start Powersheets, I am going to be using these Petal Confetti Gorgeous Powersheets for my personal goals. And I will be using the Azalea Bright Pink because it is Gracicles pink as well. I will be using that for my business goals. And I'm curious to see how this is going to work out. I may go a quarter in and say, you know what? I really like the Fresh Start and I think I want to go back. But to be honest with you, I'm really not a fan of either of these covers. I like the aloe a bit more, but if you know me, I am not a purple girly at all. So I just really wanted something that would just fit the brand of Gracicles and the look of that. If you may notice, there is not a season by season on my desk currently. I do have the 2 fresh starts so I can show you all the changes that were made. Exact same in the season by season, except it's dated. But I am practicing what I preach. I have every single product from the Cultivate shop. Every workbook, every notepad, all of the things I have. And so instead of just jumping to buy the Petal daily season by season, I decided to practice what I preach and take a step back. I am going to, for the rest of this year, try out a couple different notepads, and if I find that when we get to December that I didn't really like using the notepads, that didn't really work for me, I want my daily planner back, then I'm going to purchase the daily season by season in Petal. So that is my current plan as of now, and yeah, so just wanted you to know why that's not there currently. But let's look inside. So this is the neutral cover. So if you purchase the Petal Confetti, you are going to find that the inside of the Petal Confetti and the aloe are exactly the same. So you open up. The only difference is that the inside pocket of the aloe has this Petal Confetti as an inside pocket. And then you'll notice all the tabs are beautiful, just petal. So that's what it's going to look like. All the prep work, all the physical pages inside each Powersheets, whether you are using a bright set or a neutral set, are going to look the same. It's just the tabs that are going to be different. So that's the only thing that you're going to find that's different. And with each set of 1-year Powersheets, you are going to get a 2025 at a glance calendar. You are going to get a very gorgeous sticker sheet, and then you will get a word of the year card, just like last year. So those are exactly the same no matter what cover you use. So just wanted to throw that out there. So this is Petal Confetti. We love her. I'm a little biased, but this is definitely the #1 color. Just saying, after the whole launch. Then in the bright, You are going to find, I'm pretty sure in both this pink and in the verbena, the purple solid linen Powersheets, you'll have this exact pocket inside too. And then your tabs are going to all be jewel toned. These are a bit darker than the 2024 set. So they have a lot of jewel tones. They're darker. I personally am not a huge fan of darker just colors and like jewel tones, but if you're into that, you're going to be very thrilled with the bright collection. So yeah, you have your tabs here, and you get the exact same stickers, word of the year card, and of course the year at a glance. Now there are some great changes inside the Powersheets that I can't wait to show you in another video, but today we're just reviewing the whole collection. So let's finish looking through the new Powersheets. So Fresh Start is the same as it's always been. You're going to get 90 days worth of prep work. So you're getting a consolidated prep work pages, and in that you will get to work through your goals instead of for like the quarters like you'd have in 1 year Powersheets. It just gives you month 1, 2, 3, so you can space things out. And then after you get through the prep work, you have a full month, so it's undated. So any Fresh Start you get, it doesn't matter if you get one from 2024, you get the 2025 version. Every Fresh Start or 90-day Powersheets is undated. So you'll have a blank calendar, you'll have a monthly reset, and then you have a tending list. Now you're going to notice that you only have monthly and weekly action items on here because you're going to actually work on your daily habits each week. So you get space for some wild cards, and then each week you have a space for your weekly refresh. They did update this, and it's very nice. This is also what the newest weekly refresh looks like in the daily season by season planner. You're also going to notice that because this specific page and these are exactly the same in the daily season by season, so you're going to see these changes. And what's nice is you also have, instead of it starting at 5 a.m. and going to 11, you go from 6 to 9, and you get this box up here with 4 lines to just keep your top priorities, to keep a couple things that you want right at the top that you can see all the time. It's fantastic to have up there. And the biggest pro to using the Fresh Start is that you get all 7 days. So unfortunately, I am sad to report that that did not get changed. I know that was something I was hoping for and many of you were hoping for, but currently Saturday and Sunday are still going to be listed like this. So what I would encourage you to do, and this is what I will be doing if I decide that I'm going to go with a daily season by season, and I decide that that is going to be my pick, and I go with the petal, my plan is to either tape into that page where it's just the 2 blocks, because I really need a full day, especially on Saturday, because that's a work day for me. So what I'm going to personally do is determine which one I want to use, because there are a handful of notepads that I'm either going to tape in 2 of the Today notepads, just 2 sheets of them, or there are a handful of weekend notepads that are specifically designed for that, so I might also just use one of those and just tape it in advance and have those ready to go for me, and just do that each month. So I'll keep you updated on what I decide to do. So that is the Fresh Start Daily Goal Planner. Then we have the weekly. So formerly you would have the Fresh Start Daily Goal Planner, or you would have the 90-day Powersheets Goal Planner. And the difference is that you'd still have the prep work, you'd still have your tending list. The difference is that you have your daily action items on your actual tending list, and it's undated. And your weekly spread looks like this. Whereas the new weekly spread, it matches the season by season. It looks like this. So that's pretty different between the two. So I will say that all of the 90 days, there are still a bunch in stock. So I have had confirmation that they are being discontinued. So I want to just make it known that if you are very specifically in love with the 90-day Powersheets undated format that's in that binding, then you're going to want to stock up on those, because those are going to be discontinued once they sell out. So just to throw that out there so that you're aware. The Fresh Start Weekly Goal Planner is essentially if instead of having your weekly season by season and a 1-year power sheet, this is a combination of the two. Just like the Fresh Start is a combination of the daily season by season and the 2024 power sheets. The 1-year power sheets. The only difference is that it's 90 days long and they are undated. Now there is going to be a bundle so that if you love using the Fresh Start, whether it's the weekly or the daily, you can get all 4 in whatever color, pattern, mix, match you'd like, and they will be discounted so that you can literally get them all at once. So it's going to be much cheaper, and I'm pretty certain, I'm 90% certain that it's basically the exact same price as if you were to order the 1-year power sheets and a season by season. When you get 4 of whichever ones you want in a bundle, it's pretty much the exact same price. So they wanted to make sure that if you are a 90-day goal setter and that is your preference, that you have the tools that you need. And both the weekly and the Fresh Start come in aloe and in the lilac blooms. So you can get either or as far as color is concerned. And the season by season is actually also in this pattern and a blank petal. So it's a lot like the petal confetti pink, except it's just a solid pink linen of that petal. So in here, your tending list, again, it's going to look very similar. You have just the month. You're going to have an undated calendar. You're going to have an undated tending list. You get same monthly and weekly. The daily are not there, just like you'd find in the Fresh Start. You have space for wildcard pages. And then this is the new layout. So this is the brand new weekly refresh. And just to compare it, I can show you that the current season by season the weekly refresh looks like this. So it's a bit different, and I think it's a very nice, sleek, updated look. And then you still have your long list of to-dos, just like you would in the weekly, season by season, and then you have your full spread. And just like in the Fresh Start, they have changed it, and so instead of going from 5 a.m. to 11 p.m., it goes from 6 to 9, and you get space to put in, you have 4 lines to just have as your top priorities maybe for the day, things that you want to have on there, and then you can track all of your daily habits here just like you would in your power sheets, in your 1-year power sheets. So there's no wrong choice. I will say, if you are not sure what would be best, if you're going back and forth in determining, should I do a season by season in my 1-year power sheet? Should I go for one of the weekly or the daily Fresh Starts? I'd love to chat with you more about that. I would love to help you do that. I have free consults all week and even past launch where you and I can just meet up over Zoom and I can show you every product. You'll get a survey to do initially so that I already kind of know what you're looking for so that I can have products ready to go to give you my suggestions and thoughts. And I'll make sure that you also get to use my code Grace and Goals for 10% off of your purchase. So it's a great deal. Now let's get into the accessories. So we're gonna start first because I need to take a drink anyways. We have a new tumbler. On the top, it says every day is a fresh start, and then it is a water tracker. It says drink up, goal getter, time to tend to your goals, little by little adds up, make it happen, cultivator, and time to fill up again. So I think it's great. It's really cute. I am very partial to the Blooms tumbler. If you know me well, you know that I have like 3 of them because I just think they are the prettiest and I love them and I literally use them all day long. I love that if someone really loves these tumblers and you're looking to also kind of be able to have like a tracker and motivator, this is a great in-between. So I know that there's one thing that Cultivate has done since, I'm pretty sure, 2018. And that is release a new goal setting sticker book with every launch. And once the season by season planners came out in 2023, they offered a planner sticker book. And this year, there's no new 2025 goal setting sticker book, and there is no 2025 planner sticker book. So before we freak out, I want to take you through what your options are. So Cultivate has restocked the 2022, 2023, and 2024 versions of their goal setting sticker book. So you have 2022, 2023, and 2024. Now, if you're purchasing tomorrow, I'm going to really quickly give my overview of why I have yet to use the 2024 sets and why I don't want to use them, and why I personally think that these are the way to go. I really love Cultivate's Classic Gold, which is something that they brought back this year heavily. So when I say that Classic Gold, I'm talking about this like yellow bright gold. So for 2024, they switched to this white gold. Now, you may look at it and say, I don't really care if they're that different. It doesn't bother me if one is like white gold and one is like yellow gold, essentially. I am very particular when it comes to my stickers and my colors. I mean, you're talking to the girl who literally, once a year, make sure that any new items that I've brought into my desk are all spray painted the exact same shade of gold, because to me, those little details matter. So if that doesn't bother you at all, go with whichever sticker book you please. But if you are invested in wanting to make sure that your stickers and the golds are going to match, I would just think that through as you're purchasing. Now, I am going to have a video that's coming out a little bit later this week. It's going to come out a couple days before launch, and I go through each and every sticker book. I flip through all 11 sticker books that are in stock, and including 7 new ones over there. But I share with you what my ranking is, why it's that way, and what my recommendations are. And I will say that, in my opinion, the Growing Good Things sticker book is the best sticker book that Cultivate has ever created. It's classic gold. You have so many blooms, and you also go back to the OG color coding system. And that's the system that I still use because I'm not a purple girly and that just isn't my thing. So I have transitioned into doing things this way. And I feel like you get a combination of the best of both of these two sticker books. I feel like these are very well represented inside here, and I will go into much greater depth later on, but this is my official endorsement that if I could only use one Cultivate sticker book, yep, I'm being really serious, if I could only use one for the whole year of 2025, this would be my pick. So that's where I stand. And as well, you have the planner sticker books from 2023 and 2024 in stock, along with the color coding sticker book, but this is the 2023 and below color coding system, whereas in the 2024 goal setting sticker book, you have the current colors. So just to kind of go over what those are. In the color coding stickers and for your Cultivated Life categories, you're going to find them here. And the only two colors that are not used in the Cultivated Life categories that Cultivate creates is this light green and this peach color. So if you like having all of your color coding match and you aren't like me, who I've memorized exactly what the colors mean for each area, so I've kept them the same for years. I don't think I've changed it since, at earliest maybe, I changed it back in 2021. But I have kept it the same all these years, and I personally don't intend on changing it. The difference, if you just want to see the different sets of flags, is that instead they replaced the blue with this darker purple, and they turned the lavender into a little bit more of a periwinkle-like purple. So that is the difference between the two. So just know that if you are looking for these specific flags and you are wanting these updated colors, you are going to find them only in the 2024 sticker books. But again, those sticker books do have the white gold accents. So that's the only thing to be aware of as you're flipping through them. And as I said, I'm going to share a very in-depth sticker book video later on this week. So if you aren't purchasing early and you're going to purchase on launch day, I've got you covered. But let's talk about the new stickers, okay? So we have 7 new sticker books. I mean, can you freaking believe it? So these are all of your Cultivated Life categories. Yes, I know there are 8 Cultivated Life categories, but one of them is blank, which is that periwinkle color. And so because that's blank, for anyone to put whatever they want in there, there are 7 for these different ones. Now, they are in order of my favorite to least favorite personally. And again, I am going to do a flip through where you can like kind of see all of them. But what's really nice about each of these packs is that you get 16 pages and you get 2 sets of 8. So you're going to look here at your, your first page, then, and again, this is for work and learning, so you're going to get a bunch of supplies. I will say that all of these sticker books, even if you change the color, so let's say that for you, work and learning is yellow, and that's the color that you've chosen for that area. What's nice is that each of the stickers, and this is in all the books, you get every color Cultivated Life category per the 2024 colors. So you can really use them for any area that you'd like. It's all going to be very cohesive. So, you're going to see that as we're flipping through. You do have in all of these sticker books for the Cultivated Life categories, you do have the classic gold. So that has been fixed. We're not doing the white gold. Yeah, and it's really just designed to be very specific. Each one of these pages in each of the books are different, but you will get some quotes and some of the stenciled gold florals, and then you'll get a page of beautiful boxes, and then it starts over again. And what I love about the fact when it comes to each of these sticker books is that as you look through them, you're going to find that you don't have to kind of hoard all your stickers. I know sometimes it can be hard to use a sticker that we really love because we're just like, but what if I'm gonna have a better use for it later on or whatnot? Well, guess what? You have 2 sets in each sticker book. So what's wonderful about that is that you can confidently just use your stickers as you go, which is so great, right? So you will find one for each category, and you will see on my page that I am going to do a flip through so you can see all of them. And there are some great photos online too. But if you want to see the insides of each one of these sticker books, you're going to see it this week, including all of the ones that are still in stock, to, I think, make a total of 18 sticker books in the Cultivate shop, which is crazy to me, but that's how many there are. We still have pouches, we still have some accessories, but I have to show you the tending tape. Now, it was funny, I was showing the PSP gals all of this stuff when it came in August, and we were looking through everything and whatnot, and technically the Petal Confetti is a neutral cover, and I also happen to be obsessed with the neutral tending tape, and everyone collectively was like, did you just say that? You like the neutral? Like, you like the neutral tabs, you like the neutral cover and the neutral tending tape better than the bright? And I was like, I know. Crazy things are happening, but good things. So my favorite part about the white, and this includes the confetti here, is that these are transparent. So whatever is underneath them, you're going to be able to see it. So it's not like last year where there were a lot of like grays and things that looked white and they weren't. These are translucent and they are gorgeous. So this is a tape that they brought back from 2017. It was in the first set of tending tape that Cultivate had ever made, and it was very similar to this one, except the colors were a bit different because they were a bit brighter. They weren't as like jewel toned. So they brought back that pattern both here and here. I remember that they had a thicker washi tape that used to look just like this with all of their colors. So that's a very fun throwback too. And most importantly, we have the Blooms tape back. And although I still prefer the 2022 set because it has less jewel tones and there's no purple in it, this one does have gold foil. So that is a pretty big pro. And it's just gorgeous. So this tape is exactly the same as the 2024, as I said, except it's just darker. It's got jewel tones, purple, and it's just overall darker, but there is gold in there. Then we have the confetti tape. I still have the OG, I think it was from 2020, where this is the tending tape that I hoard and I only use on very special occasions because once it runs out, I don't have it anymore. But they turned the original colored like confetti tending tape into a gold and white tending tape, and isn't it so pretty, guys? It's stunning. So you get 2 skinny and 4 of the large. We'll say again, I definitely love the neutral set the most. Shocking, I know. But I will say my favorite between all of them, I really love these 3 here. I love the pink Keep Growing, and I love this added like throwback to the OG print. Those are really great, and they're going to come in the boxes like they always do. It has taken everything in me to not share this with you since I've had them, because I am just absolutely obsessed with them. But yeah, they are really thick and you're getting a lot of tape. I know that one of the critiques I had from the 2023 tending tapes was that they weren't really sticky enough. And then one of the critiques I had about the 2024 tapes was that if I went to pick up that washi tape very slightly and try to move it, the adhesive was so strong that it would rip the paper itself. And I was like, I really want to be able to have things go back to being like pliable enough that you can move it, assuming, you know, you haven't like forced it down and you've just lightly placed it. But I wanted it to also be able to actively stick to things, and they perfected that with the 2025 tape. And then we have the bright, just so that you can see it. And there is gold foil in this little one here too. Yeah, they're just stunning. So gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. All right, so I have a couple more things to show you, and I'm gonna save the pouches for last because I'm very excited, especially about one of them. But I want to show you a brand new product that came out. So last year, the Quick Start Guide came out. This Quick Start Guide is still in stock, if I'm remembering properly, and it gave you all your different cultivated life categories, and it gave you ideas for, you know, action steps, whether that's monthly, weekly, daily. They gave you a ton of different book ideas and suggestions on how you can grow in that area of your life. So I just want to make it very clear that the Cultivated Life Evaluation Guide is not the same as the Quick Start. So these give you a bunch of action steps and ideas and ways to pursue these categories. But if you're looking to dive deeper into each category, each month and quarter, this is for you. So what's wonderful is you start the book with a little bit of prep work, and you kind of determine what your top 3 categories should be that you're going to focus on. So if you are ever really struggling with getting to the page where you go through your cultivated life evaluation, and then you have to pick 3 top areas to grow in, that, you know, if you could only pick 3 for the quarter, what would it be? If you are ever somebody who really struggles back and forth with what you should do for this, this prep work page is really helpful. I'm going to even be using it to walk all of my clients through this, whether they have the book or not. I'm going to be asking them these questions because I think they're really important to have there. Then for each area of life, they give you, for like the first quarter, a series of questions that you answer one set while you're doing your prep work. You answer another set each month, and then quarterly. Community, one of the questions is, I have several close friends I could call on for support if needed. And you rate it 1 out of 10 for each of these things. Clearly make time in my schedule to see my friends, and I'm happy with how often we get together. I proactively encourage and support my friends. My friends know me. I'm present and unplugged. So, like, gives you all these different ways to look at it, and you'll get one for the first quarter, the second quarter, the third, and the fourth, and then it will go into the next category. And at the way end, what's nice is they also help you with your free choice category. So they give you some questions to kind of think about for that area if you aren't sure where to, like, what to use that space for. But what's really nice is that for each quarter, They give you the opportunity to reflect on all of your tending lists, on all of the progress you've made collectively, all together in each one, and be able to really determine, like, where do I want to be? Where do I want to go? So this is just going to help you dive deeper into your prep work and into the different categories that you have. And then you can always chart your progress, because we all have a good chart, right? So I think this is going to be a really useful guide. I'm planning to bring it to Staples and have them coil it for me so that I can just flip through it and I can easily write in it. I don't have to, bend all the pages. So that's my pro tip, that if you have trouble with that, or you just prefer spiral bound, just take it to Staples or any office stationery store near you, and they are able to take the binding off and coil it for you, and it's really cheap. So that's what I'm going to do with mine. Then we have two brand new accessories that are completely new to the Cultivate world. We have a new snap-in. Now, this snap-in can be used as a wet erase. So if you use the wet erase markers for the snap-ins from last year, whether you have the weekly or you have the tending list priority, you can do that here. So you can use wet erase on it. But the thing that I have been doing, and that you could also do, even though I've been using it and I keep like putting it back in the packaging and was like, oh, I love this, but I'm gonna get caught with how often I share my Powersheets. So I was like, yeah, this is just gonna need to go away until after today. So you're gonna see me using it like literally tomorrow, because now I can use it and share it. What's great is that you can also put sticky notes on here, whether you have Cultivate's mini sticky notes that have like the action steps and whatnot, or you have regular sticky notes. You can kind of just actively move things around. And for me, that's really helpful to be able to just see it right in front of me and just kind of go. So I really like this. I'm a big fan. And then something totally new. We've had all these wildcard snap-ins. We have the bookmarks. We have the Cultivated Life category things. Then you have the wet erase ones. But something that a lot of us prefer is just to physically write stuff down. And the wet erase doesn't always help us with that. So Cultivate took everyone's recommendations and they created sets of paper snap-ins. So these are reinforced. There's plastic around them. I'm not sure that you'll be able to see from here. But they are designed so that they will not just rip easily. Like, even if I'm bending here, yeah, I made a little dent, but it didn't just rip. Still high quality paper. You're not going to have anything bleed through these pages, which is nice. And into your Powersheets, like, you'd have to really work to actively get this to bleed through. And you can just snap it in, whether that's to your 1-year Powersheets, fresh start, season by season, daily or weekly, does not matter. This fits into all 5 of those things. So I'm really excited about this. I think this is going to be super helpful. This was my immediate pick. The 2 things I gravitated towards immediately when I got the news that Cultivate was going to be sending me some very fun stuff. The top 2 things that I was like, I need to see these in person, were specifically the to-do snap-ins and the neutral tending tape. So in total, we have talked about Powersheets. We've talked about all the different types, that if you want to do a free consult, you can. We've talked about launch day. Whether you're purchasing through Goal School Premium with early access, you can still use the code Grace and Goals to get the launch day gift and the launch day giveaways that I'm doing. And on top of that, you have so many options to choose from. Whether you are looking for your 1-year Powersheets, fresh start, you're looking to pair your 1-year Powersheets with the season by season, or intentional living notepads. Again, please feel free to reach out to me if you would like to talk further about this and just have somebody to bounce ideas off of, so that you are confident in the system that you're going to use for 2025, because we all want to be confident in our goal setting, knowing that what we're going to do is not just going to be fruitful, but that we're going to use the products that we buy, right? And that is a big mission of mine at Grace and Goals, is to make sure that you are not buying redundant products. I want you to be able to know how to use your products and use them well, so that you have the best shot at making and growing a cultivated life. So that's really important to me, and I'm really excited to be back. If you can't tell, I'm thrilled that I'm back and that Grace and Goals is actually opening back up. It's been closed since I had sepsis, and so only people who have been my clients for a long time or had been a part of the collective, we didn't really open things up because I just wasn't well enough. And to be able to open up for Q4 and just get ready for this upcoming quarter's refresh and reset on September 21st, we have the Accountability Collective launching. I'm opening things up for new clients for Cultivated Life, and December and January we're going to have Powersheet Prepper Coaching come back. It is going to be a really good end to 2024 and a fantastic start to 2025. So in total, Cultivate has added 7 new sticker books, and they have 2 sets of 8. So you can use as many stickers as you want without hesitation, because you have another set. You have the tending tapes, you have new snap-ins, we have the Cultivated Life Evaluation Guide, you have so many cover options to look through, and we went over what goal-setting sticker books are still in stock so that you can make your best decision there. Again, a longer video is going to come out this week where we're going to dive deep into stickers. So if you are a sticker girly, this is for you, okay? And last but not least, we're going to talk pouches. So I will say it was disappointing to find out that there is only one new pouch for this collection. So you don't have options. You have just what's new, and they have kept restocked some of the 2024 options. And I think there are a handful of 2023 that are still in the shop, but it might just be 2024 at this point. But they have only released one new set, and I'm excited to show you the new Carel Pouch. Well, that's my favorite one, so you know what? Let's work our way backwards, okay? We're gonna start with the pencil pouch. This year, we have the Aloe pencil pouch. And just so you can kind of see, it is a little bit different of a green because it's not the linen, but it still looks fantastic if you are using aloe. And these are unlike last year's set, because last year's, this was one of 3 options for the pencil pouches. I will say it's the same durable quality. There's no cloth. And so these are easy to, you can just rinse them out. They're waterproof, all that stuff. Same is true for the new ones, except we've added the band back. So the elastic band that allows us to loop it just around our Powersheets or whatever tool we're using is back officially. So these have not been back since 2022. So this was a big plus. And it's not that much larger, but there is a smidgen of extra room in length down here. The sizes are exactly the same, but there is a little bit, probably like 1/4 of an inch longer there. Now, I don't have my 2024 accessory pouch because my best girl loved it, and I was not a big fan of the color scheme. For me personally, it was this kind of a print, if you remember it. So I don't have that to show you in person, but I will say you have the lilac blooms with a band. So again, this is the first accessory pouch with a band to come out since 2022. And these are much bigger than the 2022 ones. So because I don't have my 2024 pouch accessible to me, and I have no idea where my 2023 set is, I thought, you know what, I am going to show you the last set to have the elastic band. I use 2 of the ones with the elastic band all the time. I love the 2022 pinstripe. It's just white and gray striped. And then we have the 2022 Blooms accessory pouch that is gorgeous. So let me show you the difference between the 2. Okay, so this is the 2022 Blooms accessory pouch. You have the band on the back here. It is actively being used because this is where I keep all of my prized possession, OG tending tapes, and all the millions of other tapes over the years that are my absolute favorite. Double-sided tape, some of my like favorite stickers to go to are all in here. But I just want to show you how much bigger, even with it, without it being open, you can see lining it up just how much bigger this pouch is. So it is a really good size. Unfortunately, although I love Blooms, I'm not a purple girly. I might do a giveaway for this one unless someone else claims it. But what I will say is really beautiful is that in this accessory pouch, there's no gold foil. In this one, there's beautiful gold foil everywhere. So it's in the centers of the flowers, it's in these little bunches here, so there's just a really nice like added touch. And then finally, I'm so excited about this. We have the Carel Pouch for 2025. So it has a white background and it is that classic Blooms pattern. And it's just stunning, is it not? And I have last year's to show you a comparison. This was last year's. Last year's did not, there was no gold foil for these either. So this has the gold foil in it. And if you look at it perfectly lined up, the width has pretty much stayed exactly the same. But there is, properly, there we go. There is about an 1/8 of a difference in length. So that's really your only change. And if this one is wider, it's got to only be by like a 1/16. It's really not that different. But this pouch can hold so many things. I use Carel pouches for everything, and I love the citrus pouch. I take it everywhere I go with me, but I may have to swap her out because this is just too stunning. Too stunning. So I hope that this gives you a really in-depth look into the entire collection, that you feel confident in what you want to buy and use. I cannot wait to dive deep into the stickers this week. And I also am really looking forward to hearing from you. There are tons of free consults still available that I have made open to you. So if you would love to chat one-on-one and just have a half an hour where we talk all things Powersheets, all things intentional living, all things cultivate what matters, it's going to be a great time. And again, there's a launch day gift. If you are a part of Goal School Premium, when you get early access, you can still use the code Grace and Goals. All I need is a photograph of it showing the end of your transaction where it says that you use the code Grace and Goals and the time that you place the purchase. That's all that I need. I don't need any of your personal information. You're just going to email that to me at livingthechronicalistlife@gmail.com, and you'll be able to send that to me. If you're second or third, I'm going to get to see you in the Accountability Collective. And for those who are first, you get not just the ebook that every single person will be receiving who uses my code for launch day. You will also get, if you're first, Powersheet prep work coaching for free. So that's going to be awesome. And we'll get you scheduled and all set to go. And same goes for launch day on the 17th. Same thing goes for you, first, second, third place, and everybody still gets the ebook. Thank you for welcoming me back after a really long break that I wish hadn't had to happen, but I am so excited to be back and to be here. I will leave all the resources in the bio of this video so that you can look at those consults if that's what you're looking for. If you want more information on Refresh and Reset, because tickets are officially on sale, you can look into that. And of course, you'll have my code listed in all caps, Grace and Goals. All you have to do is add that to your checkout and you're good to go. And you'll take a picture of it. So I look forward to seeing what you think of all these products and this launch in general. And thanks for being so kind in waiting for me patiently to be able to come back into the space. You have no idea how much I've missed you. So I hope that we'll see one another soon. Happy 2025 Powersheets launch.